Right now, something strange is happening in the silver market. And almost nobody on mainstream media wants to talk about it. On paper, silver looks cheap, calm, controlled. But in the real world, behind closed doors, physical silver is disappearing, and people are paying 30, 40, even 50% above the so-called spot price just to get their hands on it. This isn't normal. This isn't temporary. And if you don't understand what's happening right now, you might wake up one day and realize you trusted a price that was never real in the first place. Think about this for a second. If silver is trading at one price on screens, why are real buyers paying much more for actual metal? Why are dealers running out of inventory? Why are delivery times stretching longer and longer? The answer is uncomfortable, because paper silver is breaking down, and physical silver is exposing the truth. Before we go deeper, take a second and support the WISE Investors by hitting the like button and subscribing. It helps this channel reach more people who want real financial clarity instead of noise. If you value honest breakdowns like this, you're in the right place. Now let's slow this down and really understand what's going on, because this story didn't start today. For decades, silver has been traded mostly on paper. Futures contracts, ETFs, derivatives, promises of silver, not silver itself. On paper, millions of ounces can be sold in seconds with a click. But in the physical world, silver has to be mined, refined, shipped, stored, and delivered. And here's the problem. The paper market grew far bigger than the actual metal backing it. Imagine a warehouse that claims it has 100 bars of silver, but it's issued 500 receipts saying people own those same bars. As long as nobody asks for delivery, the system looks fine. Prices stay calm. Confidence remains high. But the moment too many people ask, "Where's my silver?" the illusion collapses. That's exactly what we're starting to see now. Industrial demand for silver is exploding. Solar panels, electric vehicles, medical equipment, military technology, and electronics all depend on silver. Unlike gold, most silver gets used up. It's not sitting in vaults forever. It's consumed. And at the same time, mining supply isn't growing fast enough to keep up. New mines take years to develop, and existing mines are producing less high-grade silver than before. So demand is rising, supply is tight, and yet the paper price doesn't reflect that stress. Why? Because paper silver can be created endlessly. Contracts can be written without metal. But physical silver can't be printed. This is why premiums are exploding. When you go to buy real silver, coins, bars, rounds, you're not just paying for the metal. You're paying for availability. You're paying for certainty. You're paying because someone actually has silver in hand and is willing to part with it. And when that silver is scarce, the premium rises. Not because dealers are greedy, but because replacement becomes difficult or impossible. Some people still say, premiums don't matter. Spot price is what counts. But ask yourself this. If you can't buy silver at spot, is that price real? A price that exists only on a screen, but not in the real market, is not a market price. It's a reference, a theory. Physical silver is the truth detector of the system. And here's where it gets more serious. Large institutions, sovereign buyers, and long-term investors are quietly shifting away from paper exposure. They don't want promises. They want delivery. They've seen what happens when trust breaks, in banks, in currencies, in financial systems. And once confidence cracks, it doesn't come back easily. History shows this pattern again and again. First, paper markets dominate. Then stress appears. Then physical premiums rise. Then delivery problems emerge. And finally, the paper price snaps to reality, usually violently. That's why this moment matters. If you're watching this and thinking, "I'll wait until silver moves," understand this. By the time the price explodes, physical silver may already be gone. The smart money moves before headlines change, before panic sets in, before the crowd rushes in late. This is why we talk about these things on the WISE Investors, not to hype fear, but to expose reality early. Another uncomfortable truth is that many silver ETFs don't guarantee physical delivery for average investors. You may own shares, but not metal. And in a real supply crunch, paper claims settle in cash, not silver. cash that may be losing value faster than ever. So the real question becomes simple. Do you want exposure to silver or ownership of silver? Because those are no longer the same thing. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about getting rich overnight. This is about protection, about positioning, about understanding that the system works until it doesn't. And when it breaks fast. We're already seeing warning signs. Rising premiums, empty dealer shelves, delayed shipments, industrial users locking in long-term supply, governments stockpiling strategic metals. None of this is random. And when physical silver starts trading consistently far above paper prices, it sends a message. The paper market is losing credibility. Ask yourself this. If tomorrow more people demanded delivery instead of rolling contracts, would the system survive? Or would it expose how little silver actually exists compared to what's promised? That's the risk nobody wants to discuss on mainstream channels. And here's the psychological part most people miss. When trust fades, behavior changes. People stop selling. They hold tighter. Supply dries up even more. Premiums rise further. And suddenly, silver doesn't just move, it gaps. That's why silver moves are often fast, aggressive, and emotional. It's a small market with huge leverage and tight physical supply. When pressure builds, it releases all at once. If you've stayed with me this far, you already understand more than most investors. And I want to hear from you. Do you think paper silver can keep controlling the price forever? Or do you believe physical silver will eventually force a reset? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all, and your perspective helps this community grow stronger. As we move forward, remember this. Wealth isn't just about numbers on a screen. It's about control, access, and reality. Physical assets behave differently when systems are stressed. And silver, right now, is quietly telling a story that most people are ignoring. If this video helped you see the silver market differently, share it with someone who still believes spot price is the whole truth. These conversations matter, especially before the crowd catches on. Make sure you're subscribed to the WISE Investors for more clear, grounded insights like this. And hit the like button if you value honest analysis over hype. Until next time, stay informed, stay patient, and most importantly, stay wise.